And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. This is the story of one of the most fabulous women in history, whose star blazed across 3 continents, and for a brief time shone over this house in Grass Valley, California. Lola Montez.
Lola Montez, of course, is my stage name. I was born in Limerick, Ireland in the year, why not admit it, I've always been indiscreet, the year 1818. My father was an Irish army officer. My mother of Spanish descent. They christened me Maria Dolores Elisa Rosanna Gilbert, Lola for short. My early childhood was spent in India. Then, when I was 18, my mother joined me in England, where I had been sent to school. I was to make my debut. So she told me. Come in. Lieutenant James.
Your mother asked me to go to the dressmakers and pick these up.
I don't want them. Throw them in the grate.
But, Miss Gilbert, the gown's for your debut.
Debut? That was just a lie to keep me from suspecting. This is my trousseau. My mother has promised me in marriage to a horrible old man in India, Sir Abram Lumley.
The prominent judge? But he's over 60 and has the gout.
And bags of money. I'd rather die than marry him. I won't marry him. Oh, Lieutenant James, how am I ever going to escape?
Marry me.
What?
Lola, I adore you. You're the most beautiful, the most fascinating creature on earth.
We'll elope. Tonight.
Lola.
A few days later, I became Mrs. Thomas James. But runaway marriages, like runaway horses, are almost sure to end in a smash-up. So I went to Spain to study to be a dancer. Then I returned to England. My first appearance was in Her Majesty's Theater.
Why, Job, it's Betty James, that Irish girl. We've been royally swindled. Swindled, by Jove. Swindled.
In a single night, because of a young rake whom I'd once repulsed, my career in London was ended, and I fled to the continent to dance. It was in Dresden that I met Franz Liszt, then at the height of his fame. He came to my dressing room after the performance.
You were glorious, Donna Lola. Such grace, such beauty, like a tigress.
Beware, Senor Liszt. Tigers can be dangerous.
If you knew what a relief to meet a woman of vitality after all the sentimental creatures that languish around me.
You are the first man I've ever met with a soul.
A soul which must remain free.
Why do you tell me that?
To warn you. to remind myself that there can be only one real love in my life. My music.
Play for me, Senor Liszt.
I play only when I choose. The queen of your native Spain once commanded me, and I refused.
I ask you, as a gracious favor, play for me, Franz. But Franz was right. He could not long remain fettered. There followed a year in Paris. Alexander Dumas, Victor Hugo. Then I returned to Germany, where at that time there were some 36 ruling princes. I had made up my mind to land one, but what I landed was something much bigger. King Ludwig I of Bavaria saw me dance at the Munich Opera House, was bewitched.
Beautiful. To the new Countess of Lensfeld.
Ludwig, you're overwhelmingly kind. A palace of my very own, a handsome annuity, and now a title.
I would make you queen if I could. Your presence here has changed everything.
Including your cabinet.
It was high time those reactionaries were dismissed. Now the new ministry is instated, which would go along with our plans. The Lola ministry. That's what the newspapers call it.
Papers say harsh things about you, Ludwig.
Oh, I care not.
And the church?
I told the Archbishop the other day publicly when he upbraided me. Bishop, I said, you stick to your Stola and leave me my Lola. Oh, but no matter what anyone says, if it cost me my kingdom, I will never give you up. Never. I was in the autumn of my life before it came. But once I met you, Liebchen, I know spring again.
Ludwig. But the king, for all his protests, was not strong enough to resist the rising tide of opposition. A revolution broke out.
Countess.
Count Richburg, may I offer you some champagne?
I come from the king.
Yes?
He has just met with his cabinet and signed this decree.
Defying the revolutionists?
Ordering your banishment from Bavaria.
I don't believe it. So, it is true. He's finally capitulated to the demands of the reactionaries.
It was the only way he could keep his throne.
After all the solemn pledges he made to me.
The king is no longer young, madam. He craves peace.
He'll find it. In exile. Oh, don't think for a moment that by banishing me, he will save his crown. In the end, he will lose both. I must be out of Munich by nightfall. As I predicted, A few weeks later, the king was forced to abdicate his throne. I never saw or heard from the king again, but at least I have my jewels and my title. Disillusioned, I set sail for America. The California gold rush was at its height. On the voyage up the Pacific coast, I became acquainted with the editor of a San Francisco newspaper, Mr. Patrick Hull. That's a very funny story, Mr. Hull. You're the most amusing raconteur I've ever met.
Patrick, please. Just plain Patrick.
My father was Irish.
Well, where'd you get the name of Montez?
Just took it as I have taken anything I wanted.
And what is the next thing you plan to take?
California, sir. By storm.
That's where you're mistaken. The first thing you're going to take is the hand of Patrick Hull in marriage, just as soon as we land in San Francisco.
You're out of your mind.
With love, yes. Why, I'm even jealous of the stars in the ocean when you turn your gaze on them. Lola, say you'll marry me.
I do not bring men luck, Patrick.
Well, I'm not asking for that. I'm asking just for you. To have you with me for the rest of my life.
You could make me laugh with your amusing stories.
Every day.
Perhaps that's as good a reason as any for marriage. Yes, Patrick. I'll be happy to be your wife.
Lola.
We were married just 3 days ago in a sweet little church. I carried these violets and roses, and the organ played The Voice That Breathed O'er Eden. Patrick wanted to live in San Francisco, but I was sick unto death of big cities. I yearned for mountains and pine trees, a cottage with a garden. So we settled here in the gold camp of Grass Valley. Baron, how nice of you to come.
Madame, may I present Monsieur Jean Hugo, Mrs. Hull.
How do you do?
An honor. I have often heard my uncle speak of you as Lola Montez.
You are a nephew of Victor Hugo?
His favorite Hugo nephew.
He was one of my dearest friends back in my Paris days. But what are you doing here in Grass Valley?
Digging gold like everyone else.
How extraordinary.
Not as astonishing as to find you here. I could scarcely believe it when the Baron told me.
I am married now, you know, to an American. You must meet my husband. Ah, there he is. Excuse me, I'll bring him over. Is this a nice way for a host to behave? Sulking with a drink?
Host? No one even knows or cares whether I'm here. All they have eyes for is you.
Well, naturally. Patrick, whom do you think I've just met? The nephew of my beloved Victor Hugo.
So he trailed you here, too?
Two?
Yes, like this Baron von Adler.
Don't be ridiculous, Patrick. I've never seen either of these men until we came to Grass Valley.
It's quite a coincidence that they should both turn up from out of your past.
Can I help it if the men in Grass Valley flock to our home?
You might as well live in San Francisco. And I, much better. At least I could run my business there.
We've been over all that before, Patrick.
But what have I got to keep me here? Nothing.
Except your wife.
I'm making a business trip tomorrow. You're coming with me.
Tomorrow? I'm sorry, Patrick. I've made other plans.
With whom? As your husband, I have a right to know.
You take care of your affairs, Patrick. I'll take care of mine.
She-devil.
I did not realize the bear had a cub until after I shot. Then when I saw this little rascal, I said to myself, it should be a pet for Lola.
Oh, Baron, how sweet of you to think of me.
I think of you a great deal, Lola.
What do you feed him?
Berries.
I shall tame him and teach him tricks. and walk him around town on a golden chain. Oh, Baron, how can I ever thank you?
By coming with me tomorrow, hunting.
Tomorrow? It'll be fun. And Patrick will be away for a few days yet.
I hate to disappoint you, my dear wife.
Patrick, I didn't expect you home so soon.
Obviously.
I trust you had a pleasant trip.
What is that?
I think that is obvious too, my dear husband. The Baron gave it to me. I shall tame him.
So, you've taken the four-footed game now. What's the matter? Tired of bringing men to you?
You've been drinking, Patrick.
Take it out of here. I don't want it on the place.
Ah, it is quite harmless.
I don't want you here either.
Excuse me. I resent your attitude, Patrick. The Baron happens to be my friend.
Like all the other men in your past?
How dare you, you Irish bum!
You're a fine one to talk, you cheap adventuress.
I hate you! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
You were right. You bring nothing but misfortune to those poor devils that fall in love with you and your damnable beauty.
And don't come back!
God have pity on you, Baron.
Lola.
That beast deliberately trying to break my heart.
Fear not, Liebchen. I'm here to pick up the pieces and put them together again.
Baron.
Hello.
Jean.
The minister should see you now, on your knees beside your roses.
Yes, they are beautiful, aren't they? This pink one. What minister?
But Reverend Wilson, he would no longer describe you as a wanton hussy.
Is that what he's been saying?
Well, it is only your dress that he refers to, the costumes in which you dance.
How does he know what I wear? He's never seen me dance.
Of course, that is why he's so stupid.
He shall see. I shall go to his house and give him an exhibition.
Lola.
At once! Reverend Wilson?
Yes? Is anything wrong?
That's what I came here to ask you. Is there anything wrong with the cut of my dress? It is no lower than the evening gown worn by any lady of fashion.
Well,
The skirt?
Yes. It reveals my ankles.
Is there anything wrong with my ankles?
Madam, when you dance, I understand it is not only your ankles, but...
But my legs, as you shall see. I did my famous spider dance for him, and I lifted my skirts higher and higher.
Lola, there is something I...
You should have seen the look on his face. It was ludicrous.
Lola, please.
You're not amused. The Baron will be. He'll roar with laughter when he hears the story.
Lola, will you listen? I'm trying to tell you. Word came just a few moments ago. The Baron is dead.
Dead? How can he be dead?
He was shot while hunting in the mountains. His gun went off accidentally.
No. It was not an accident. It was the price he paid for loving me.
Lola.
Jean, please.
But you are all alone. What will you do?
I still have my career. I'll go back to the stage and dance. I'll start this very night. Lola Montez dances again. But there will be plenty of seats available at any future performances if she has the courage to attempt them. It's vicious. It's libelous. It's an insult. And he shall pay for it. He shall pay now. Mr. Shipley?
Yes?
You are the author of this attack on me.
Well, that's not an attack, Miss Montez. That's a review.
You think I'm not a great dancer?
In my opinion, no.
And what is your opinion worth? A miserable provincial backwoods editor.
Formerly of New York.
You have the temerity to criticize Lola Montez, who has appeared before the crowned heads in the capitals of Europe.
I merely report what I see.
Have you ever danced yourself?
No.
Very well. You shall dance now. Dance! 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 Dance!
Lola.
You wish to dance too. Dance! Dance! You laugh. You come to my house, drink my wine, and you laugh. Very well, you shall dance. You shall all dance. Dance! 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 My curses upon you! Dance! Dance! Now, in truth, I have nothing. Nobody. I cannot stay here in Grass Valley or in California any longer. But where can I go? To whom can I turn? In God's name, to whom? No.
Why not? What have I to live for?
Others.
There's no one who cares.
That's what I thought. But there is someone.
Look, don't try to have your mealy-mouthed preaching on me. What do you, a fine lady, know about the likes of us? Fallen women.
I've fallen myself. Probably farther than the rest of you. Because I got up higher. Oh, I was ambitious. I wanted everything, and I got it. Money, power, a title, the love and admiration of men, even a king.
A king? Are you stuffing me? What happened?
What's bound to happen when you seek only the things of this world and the flesh and forget that you have a soul.
What are you doing here?
Trying to help others.
Why?
Because I've been through the dark waters myself.
You win, sister.
The last years of her life, Lola spent working in the Magdalene Rescue Mission for outcast women. And she left what little remained of her fortune to it when she died. In Greenwood Cemetery, Brooklyn, is this obscure headstone which reads simply, Mrs. Eliza Gilbert. There rests in peace the woman who knew the heights and the depths, the incomparable Lola Montez.